In the ever-changing world of finance, only those with the right mindset can truly master their destiny. Success does not come from luck, nor does it belong to those who blindly follow the crowd. It is the reward for those who know how to plant their capital strategically, use positivity to expand opportunities, leverage smartly to amplify wealth, and maintain independent thinking through every storm. The 11 elite mindsets you are about to discover will not only help you build assets, but also create a lasting ecosystem of prosperity. This is the blueprint that has shaped financially free individuals, those who do not wait for fortune to come, but instead write their destiny with their own hands. Now, let us embark on the journey to unlock the 11 elite mindsets, the golden keys that will transform your thinking, accelerate your financial breakthrough, and take full control of your life. The wheat seed mindset emphasizes an unchanging principle. Capital must be sown to multiply and must not be squandered. When capital is used correctly, each seed will sprout and grow into an abundant crop of profit. Conversely, if spent frivolously for short-term gratification, the future of one's finances is severed. This mindset forces us to clearly distinguish between investment and consumption. Capital that does not generate returns is dead capital, pushing us into an endless cycle of poverty. True wealth only comes when we learn to let money breed more money through disciplined and strategic sowing. Those who truly understand the nature of financial seeds will never frivolously spend their first earnings. They treat every unit of capital as a precious seedling, reserved solely for activities that can multiply its value. This demands iron discipline and a long-term vision. Instead of wasting money on fleeting pleasures, the wise invest in assets, skills, and new income streams. This approach lays the unshakable foundation for genuine financial freedom. Strategic investment of capital, rather than reckless consumption, separates builders of enduring wealth from those perpetually trapped in financial mediocrity. The law of sowing and reaping applies strictly to finance. Those who sow wisely, nurture consistently, and wait patiently will reap bountiful harvests. Those who consume their seeds will end up with empty hands. This is not just a financial lesson, but a survival lesson. Through generations, the wise have passed down the truth that sustainable wealth only grows when capital flows are managed intelligently. Only a capital stream cultivated with strategic patience can sustain prosperity across changing times and seasons. Building wealth is about planting today for the harvests of tomorrow. In reality, those who achieve sustainable wealth have deeply internalized this philosophy. They do not chase short-term wins, but focus on building long-term assets. When opportunities arise, they dare to invest, accepting reasonable risks to cultivate new financial seedlings. They are not deterred by temporary setbacks, because they understand that even failures serve as fertilizer for future harvests. This fundamental mindset distinguishes those who squander money from those who architect true financial empires. The patient farmer reaps the richest crops, so does the disciplined investor. Sharpening your mindset to avoid short-term consumption traps is critical. Never become the person who burns away precious seeds for momentary feasts, only to face famine when harvest season comes. Each time you decide to spend, ask yourself, am I planting this seed to grow, or am I burning it away? This simple but powerful question becomes the compass that guides your financial journey. Practicing the wheat seed mindset builds inner financial strength. The discipline to choose growth over gratification at every critical crossroads of life. The wheat seed mindset also reveals a profound truth. Wealth is not determined by how much you earn, but by how much you keep and multiply. The world is filled with high-income individuals who remain poor because they spend it all. Only those who understand how to put their capital to work truly build lasting wealth. Managing your cash flow is like tending a garden. You must water it, fertilize it, and patiently nurture it until the harvest comes. Without ongoing care and discipline, even the richest soil will yield nothing. Another beautiful outcome of mastering this mindset is cultivating financial patience. Genuine wealth never comes from haste. Just as wheat cannot sprout overnight, financial assets require time to grow and mature. The wise accept waiting, finding joy in the process of planting, nurturing, and patiently harvesting. During the waiting periods, they do not sit idle but continue to sow more seeds. This is the only path towards self-made wealth, independent of luck or fleeting opportunities. Wealth grows not in giant leaps, but in daily acts of disciplined sowing. Once the wheat seed mindset becomes ingrained in your mind, every financial decision is guided by clarity and purpose. You are no longer seduced by flashy, non-productive expenditures. Instead, you instinctively seek opportunities to invest, not discounts to consume. Your capital grows stronger and more abundant over time, laying a rock-solid foundation for lifelong financial freedom. This is the real power of sowing the right seeds from the very beginning, watching them blossom into a vast, thriving field of prosperity. The SMILE mindset teaches that a positive attitude is the first asset you must build on the journey to wealth. A smile not only relieves pressure, but also creates a magnetic energy that attracts opportunities, relationships, and finances. A smile is an unspoken declaration that you are open to connection, trust, and value exchange with the world. Those who carry the SMILE mindset consistently win in building long-term, sustainable financial relationships. A genuine smile opens doors that force, argument, or money alone can never unlock. Smiling becomes a competitive advantage in a world driven by trust and emotional resonance. Research shows that those who smile more often tend to earn more, build wider social networks, and rise faster. This is not merely because smiles make others feel comfortable, but because they signal a mindset ready to embrace challenges with optimism. When you smile, you silently communicate that you have inner strength, solutions, and an unbreakable spirit. This is precisely the kind of energy that financial ecosystems naturally seek. A bright smile sends a message of resilience, adaptability, and readiness, qualities that turn opportunity into reality in any competitive environment. A powerful smile is not a matter of luck. It must be practiced, cultivated, and protected. Just like strengthening a muscle, mastering your smile requires deliberate effort. Each smile you give away is another doorway you open to potential collaborations, financial partnerships, and unseen blessings. In today's competitive world, those who radiate positive energy wield an uncopyable advantage. No resume, no marketing campaign, no investment portfolio can substitute for the emotional trust and goodwill generated by a sincere, well-practiced smile. Smiling isn't a trivial act, it is a high-leverage financial strategy. In business communication, a smile not only breaks down barriers, but also amplifies trust. Customers buy from people they trust. Partners shake hands with those they like. A genuine smile can condense months of relationship building into a matter of minutes. It becomes a silent contract of goodwill. The higher you rise in the financial world, the more critical your ability to project positive energy becomes. Those who master the art of smiling sincerely in negotiations, networking, and daily exchanges will consistently secure greater opportunities than their more skillful but colder counterparts. One of the biggest mistakes many people make is over-investing in hard skills while ignoring the power of emotional energy. A cold expression, a sharp glance, or a stiff gesture acts like a hidden tax on every opportunity. Conversely, the SMILE mindset is like continuously lowering your personal tax rate on success. It makes every transaction smoother, every conversation more fruitful, and every relationship easier to cultivate. Positivity creates an environment where deals flow effortlessly and collaborations blossom naturally. Energy speaks louder than expertise in the realm of real-world success. The SMILE mindset is not just a business tool, it is a strategy for living well. When you can smile through adversity, you take full control of your emotions and refuse to let external chaos dictate your destiny. A positive, self-directed spirit turns you into a magnet for wealth, allies, and meaningful relationships. Those who can smile at challenges ultimately stand tallest when the dust settles. Smiling through hardship is not weakness. It is the mark of an indomitable soul that knows storms are temporary, but the resolve to thrive is eternal. The leverage mindset teaches that doubling effort does not necessarily double results. In finance, the real winners are those who use leverage to magnify their strengths. Leverage is not only about money, it includes relationships, knowledge, and information. Those who master leverage achieve outcomes far greater than the effort they personally expend. To neglect leverage is to condemn oneself to the life of grinding endlessly for minimal gains. True success comes from strategically using everything at your disposal to multiply your impact and accelerate your ascent beyond what your lone efforts could ever achieve. Financial leverage allows you to use borrowed capital, other people's assets, or external resources to expand your personal wealth. Instead of relying solely on limited personal resources, you learn how to mobilize an ecosystem of power around you. Even with a small amount of seed money, through the smart use of leverage, you can control and profit from opportunities many times larger than your initial stake. It is not about how much you own today. It is about how effectively you orchestrate resources to serve your vision and strategic goals for tomorrow. Social leverage is an often overlooked but immensely powerful form of leverage. One high-quality relationship can open doors that no amount of money can. Building a trusted network transforms each connection into a powerful lever that moves opportunities toward you. Those who understand social leverage dedicate themselves to nurturing relationships based on trust, value, and mutual benefit. In the financial world, those who control networks control the flow of opportunity. A strong network is not just a safety net, it is a springboard for exponential growth and long-term prosperity. Intellectual leverage forms the bedrock of sustainable wealth. By continuously learning, upgrading skills, and expanding mental models, you multiply your ability to spot and seize opportunities. One right idea can be worth more than 1,000 hours of labor. Those with sharp intellects see leverage points others overlook. They don't just work harder, they work smarter, optimizing every decision for maximum gain. Knowledge compounds faster than money, and those who relentlessly expand their intellectual capital build financial empires powered by insight, foresight, and strategic wisdom. However, mastering leverage demands strict risk management. Leverage is a double-edged sword. If you do not control it, it will control you. Thus, the leverage mindset is not only about amplification, but also about fortress-like defense. Always have contingency plans, exit strategies, and clear loss limits in place. True masters of wealth creation know how to attack with leverage, but also how to defend with discipline. They remain in a position of power even when markets turn against them, ensuring their survival and longevity in the financial battlefield. In a world that moves faster each day, those who fail to leverage will inevitably be left behind. Having capital without amplification leads to stagnation. Having skills without multiplication leads to exhaustion. Having opportunities without optimization leads to regret. The leverage mindset is the art of winning big while exerting less force. It is the secret to unlocking hidden dimensions of growth and scaling new heights with unprecedented speed. Those who understand and master leverage turn every advantage into a force multiplier for their ambitions. Once you truly master the leverage mindset, you cease operating as an individual. You become a conductor of capital, systems, people, and intellect. You shift from working for money to building machines that generate wealth automatically. You no longer chase opportunities. Opportunities chase you. This is the ultimate level of financial evolution, orchestrating intelligent leverage systems so that every step you take is amplified. Every move you make reverberates, and your journey toward freedom becomes unstoppable. Strategic leverage transforms ordinary ambition into extraordinary achievement. The game mindset understands that building wealth is not a life or death battle, but a long-term strategic play. When you treat wealth building like a game, your mind becomes lighter, fueled by passion and creativity, instead of weighed down by pressure. Those who master this mindset approach challenges joyfully, innovatively, and persistently. They are not fixated solely on financial rewards, but immerse themselves in the thrill of the journey itself. Every move becomes a strategic step, every obstacle a chance to sharpen their skills. Wealth creation becomes an exciting, fulfilling adventure rather than a burden to bear. In the financial game, each failure is simply another round. Those with the game mindset do not fear setbacks because they understand that failure is an essential component of learning, adaptation, and upgrading strategies. They do not harshly judge themselves when falling short, nor do they grow complacent with temporary wins. They maintain emotional stability, mental flexibility, and readiness to play again with greater wisdom. This resilience is a rare asset that no amount of money can purchase. True players master both winning and losing with the same unshakable spirit. The greatest distinction of the game mindset is its focus on systems over isolated results. Ordinary minds obsess over every small win or loss, while strategic minds build robust systems that generate wins consistently. They invest in daily habits, smart financial processes, and automated wealth-building mechanisms. When the system is strong, victory becomes inevitable. Success is no longer a random outcome, but a natural consequence of disciplined execution. A true strategist does not gamble. They architect systems that compound advantages over time, ensuring that winning becomes a byproduct of playing the game right. The game mindset also allows you to maintain inner freedom and joy along the wealth journey. When you see money as a game, you no longer allow it to dominate your emotions or dictate your self-worth. You understand that win or lose, your core value remains intact. This shields you from emotional extremes, the very forces that ruin most people financially. Those who maintain the spirit of play weather storms better, make clearer decisions under pressure, and remain energized through long periods of building wealth. Joy becomes their competitive advantage in a high-stakes world. The financial game is not a sprint of lucky breaks. It is a marathon of strategic endurance. True players do not seek one-time jackpots but commit to accumulating small, smart advantages consistently. They invest in upgrading small skills, maintaining disciplined habits, and reinforcing robust systems. By relentlessly stacking tiny wins, they eventually create massive momentum that no sudden effort could match. The ultimate victory belongs to those who view wealth building as an infinite game, a lifelong journey of growth, learning, and strategic moves that keep them expanding steadily over decades. A core component of the game mindset is the ability to reset mentally. After each round, whether victorious or not, true players reassess their strategies, absorb new lessons, and relaunch themselves with renewed vigor. They do not cling to past successes or failures. Every day is a fresh start, fueled by accumulated wisdom. This ability to refresh the mind and maintain forward momentum separates enduring champions from short-lived performers. The mindset of continuous iteration ensures that setbacks are temporary, while growth and mastery are compounding and permanent. Ultimately, the game mindset empowers you to move forward relentlessly without being paralyzed by temporary losses. When you see wealth creation as a grand strategic game, every step, every plan, and every decision becomes lighter, sharper, and more powerful. You are not merely chasing money, you are building a life filled with passion, freedom, and true achievement. And most importantly, you gain inner liberation, the ultimate reward that every financial success story ultimately seeks. Winning the wealth game is not just about numbers, it is about mastering yourself, your emotions, and your destiny. The Cotton mindset teaches that sustainable success only comes when you create value for both sides. Those who think only of their own gain, squeezing others for short-term profits, will eventually shut the doors of opportunity. Wise individuals understand that real benefits arise from solving others' needs and problems. The more people you help achieve their goals, the faster you achieve yours. The Cotton mindset is about creating win-win outcomes, building trust, and planting seeds of prosperity that blossom over time, rather than chasing fleeting, zero-sum victories. Those who live by the Cotton mindset always ask, how can we both win? They do not seek to crush the other party, but to expand the pie so that everyone benefits. They understand that every successful transaction must leave both sides feeling victorious. This approach naturally builds enduring business relationships, solid personal credibility, and a loyal customer base. Mutual value multiplies faster than isolated self-interest. When both parties thrive, networks expand, referrals flow, and success becomes self-sustaining without endless chasing. A sound business strategy involves creating products or services that not only solve customer pain points, but also strengthen your own competitive advantage. When you focus on delivering true value, customers don't just buy once, they become loyal advocates. Profits follow as a natural consequence of genuine service. The Cotton mindset transforms every customer interaction into a partnership, not a one-time sale. It fosters ecosystems of mutual growth where prosperity compounds across the network, not just in isolated accounts. In the financial world, the principle of mutual success extends beyond clients to partners, employees, and communities. Businesses that share prosperity attract better talent, more loyal customers, and greater societal goodwill. Investors who create wins for partners get invited into better deals again and again. Financial relationships built on win-win dynamics are inherently stronger, more resilient, and longer-lasting than those built on exploitation or distrust. True wealth flows towards trust, fairness, and shared growth, not toward short-term greed. The cotton mindset encourages you to look beyond immediate profits and focus on long-term vision. Instead of fighting over scraps today, build bridges that enable exponential growth tomorrow. Every time you help someone else succeed, you lay another stone on your own road to greatness. Rather than cutting the throat of a partner in a deal, seek ways for both sides to thrive and expand future collaboration. The bigger your network of mutual victories, the faster and stronger your financial empire will rise. Applying the cotton mindset to everyday life reveals that all major successes are built on delivering real value to others. The more you contribute, the more you receive. The more you help others grow, the more you grow. Those who misunderstand this truth stay trapped in small-minded battles for limited gains. Those who live it, however, build vast domains of influence and wealth. The cotton mindset is not naive kindness. It is a strategic, enlightened approach to wealth creation that multiplies returns across all dimensions of life. The water delivery mindset reveals that you do not have to own resources to create wealth. The secret is becoming the connector between different needs, building a flow of value where there was once a gap. Smart intermediaries recognize the power of linking supply and demand into a seamless chain. Instead of digging their own wells, they build bridges that carry value across ecosystems. By serving as the bridge, they create new financial streams, occupy a critical position, and tap into continuous flows of opportunity without owning the assets themselves. The power of the intermediary lies not in possession, but in network control. The one who links needs to solutions controls the game. The water delivery mindset encourages you to spot gaps in markets where buyers and sellers struggle to connect. Wherever inefficiencies exist, an opportunity is born. Those who master this art quickly establish themselves as indispensable players, directing the flows of goods, services, and information. The one who commands the flow becomes the architect of their own financial river, unbound by traditional ownership constraints. Successful intermediaries do more than merely transfer goods. They add value to every transaction. They enhance efficiency, reduce risk, simplify experiences, and foster trust between parties. This added value cements their position as irreplaceable nodes in the network. The water delivery mindset emphasizes creating convenience, speed, safety, and understanding between buyers and sellers. When you master the art of enriching the connection, profits flow naturally to you without the burden of inventory, production, or heavy operational overhead. One crucial secret of the water delivery mindset is that your true asset is your loyal customer base. You may not own the product, but you own the trust of the consumer. And trust is the ultimate currency in the new economy. With a large enough base of loyal users, you gain negotiating power over suppliers and partners. In the digital age, platforms that control the user base dominate industries. Controlling demand, not supply, is the new blueprint for financial dominance. The strategy of becoming a connector requires continuous creativity. Keen observers spot bottlenecks, unmet needs, and latent desires. They do not wait for opportunities to fall into their lap. They design them. The water delivery mindset is at the core of many of today's most successful business models, from delivery apps to e-commerce platforms to service marketplaces. These businesses simply connect two sides of a need and profit handsomely by owning the bridge instead of the product. Visionaries create new bridges where others only see walls. When you master the water delivery mindset, you realize that true wealth is not about accumulating things, but about controlling the flow of value. Every unmet need, every inefficient connection, every overlooked intersection is a goldmine for the smart connector. Those who can build and control networks of flow hold the power to scale infinitely without traditional limitations. You are not simply moving water, you are designing rivers that feed your financial empire, while competitors struggle to fill buckets by hand. The 2278 mindset highlights that in every domain of life, value is distributed asymmetrically. 20% of effort creates 80% of results, and 20% of people control 80% of resources. Those who deeply understand this principle never scatter their resources, but focus selectively. They dedicate time, energy, and money only to actions, relationships, and opportunities that deliver outsized returns. They refuse to waste their strength on trivial tasks. Strategic concentration on high-impact areas is the secret that separates those who ascend rapidly from those who remain stuck, grinding endlessly with little to show. The biggest mistake of the unsuccessful is treating all tasks and people equally. They waste endless hours on minor activities, low-value relationships, and dead-end opportunities. Those who understand the 2278 mindset act differently. They systematically analyze and identify the few critical factors that produce the majority of their results. Once identified, they channel their entire force there, turning every action into a powerful leverage point. Success becomes a matter of multiplying the right moves rather than multiplying the number of moves. In business, 20% of customers generate 80% of profits. In networking, 20% of contacts bring 80% of opportunities. In learning, 20% of knowledge delivers 80% of competence. Those who master the 2278 principle constantly re-examine every domain: business, relationships, skills, hunting for the critical few. They eliminate the noise and focus their energy on what truly matters. This ruthless clarity in resource allocation accelerates their rise and shields them from being distracted by low-yield activities that drain time and spirit. Applying the 2278 mindset demands a shift in daily habits. Each day, ask yourself, what one thing today, if done well, would drive 80% of my progress? Focus exclusively on that. Resist the temptation to fill your day with meaningless busyness. True productivity is not about doing more. It is about doing the few things that truly move the needle. This discipline of extreme focus creates compound gains that eventually outstrip the scattered efforts of others who mistake activity for achievement. The 2278 principle is not just for entrepreneurs or investors. It is a universal life strategy. A student focusing on critical subjects will outperform those who study aimlessly. A worker who concentrates on high-impact projects will outpace colleagues lost in minor tasks. A person who builds key skills will ascend faster than those dabbling in random areas. The 2278 mindset is not about working harder, but about sharpening your sword so every swing counts. Efficiency of focus leads to excellence of result. Another core application of the 2278 mindset is smart resource categorization. Not every dollar should be invested equally, nor should every hour be allocated similarly. Wise individuals prioritize. Investments with the highest return potential receive the most resources. Prime hours of the day are reserved for strategic work, not trivia. By categorizing and focusing intelligently, they create snowball effects, building strength over time, while others tire themselves chasing scattered low-return efforts. The 2278 mindset also helps eliminate invisible leaks that silently sabotage success. Every wasted minute on unworthy distractions, every compromise with toxic people, every careless dollar spent on low-value assets quietly siphons away your future. Those who excel ruthlessly eliminate such drains. Like a gardener pruning dead branches, they free up energy for real growth. Protecting focus and energy becomes not just an option, but a necessity for sustainable, exponential advancement. When you fully embody the 2278 mindset, you naturally rise into the top 20% that commands 80% of the rewards. You work less but earn more. You build fewer but stronger relationships. You invest less but gain more. You no longer live scattered across endless minor pursuits. You channel everything into the few vital priorities that open gateways to extraordinary outcomes. Success, under this mindset, becomes not an accident, but an inevitable, strategic reality crafted by focused choice and relentless execution. The action mindset emphasizes that no matter how brilliant an idea or how grand a plan is, it means nothing if it is not executed with consistency and speed. Successful people do not win because they think more. They win because they act faster, act more persistently, and act more strategically. In the financial world, time is the most precious, invisible asset. Those who translate thoughts into actions early dominate markets, build advantages, and harvest results before the hesitant even finish deciding. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality. The action mindset does not encourage blind, frantic activity. It is a harmonious balance of speed, precision, and strategy. Those with this mindset do not just ask, "What should I do?" but also ask, "How can I optimize it? And is it worth doing?" They avoid wasting energy on low-impact activities. Every action is carefully selected to push them closer to their financial goals. Strategic execution is not about doing more. It is about doing the right things at the right time with relentless focus. In reality, most failures stem not from lack of intelligence, but from delay. Those who hesitate lose opportunities forever. Those who act quickly might stumble, but speed allows them to correct mistakes early and move forward faster. The action mindset demands that we let go of the illusion of perfection and accept that refinement happens through movement. Waiting for ideal conditions is an expensive luxury. Growth only occurs when theory collides with real-world friction through deliberate action. Execution also exposes the flaws in any plan that theory alone cannot predict. Only by stepping into real-world battles, testing ideas, facing resistance, can you see hidden risks and hidden opportunities. Winners do not lock themselves in rooms, polishing plans endlessly. They step onto the field, accept bruises, adapt rapidly, and refine their strategies on the fly. Execution becomes the laboratory where all assumptions are tested and true mastery is forged. Real strength is born not in planning, but in action. A core principle of the action mindset is maintaining momentum. Starting strong is hard, but staying consistent is harder. Those who live by this mindset treat daily action as part of their identity. Even small steps, repeated relentlessly, accumulate power over time. Tiny gains, multiplied daily, explode into astonishing breakthroughs. Action is not a one-time effort, it is a daily discipline, a silent compound interest of progress that sets the achievers apart from the dreamers. The action mindset demands absolute proactiveness. Successful people do not wait for perfect conditions, they create them. They do not make excuses about limitations or circumstances. They work with what they have, move within their current constraints, and expand from there. Each act of initiative sends a signal to the world, "I am ready," and the world responds by rewarding those who act with more opportunities, not those who sit idly by hoping for miracles. Finally, the action mindset teaches that consistent action outweighs isolated brilliance. The road to financial freedom is not paved with occasional heroic efforts, but with stubborn persistence. When others quit because of setbacks, those with the action mindset move forward. When others falter under pressure, they stay the course. Relentless action, even when progress seems invisible, is the invisible compounding force that turns silent effort into inevitable victory. True champions are not the ones who start fastest, but the ones who refuse to stop moving forward. The iron cage mindset reveals that the greatest limitation in life is not external circumstances, but the invisible prison built by our own outdated thinking. When your mind is trapped in old habits, rigid beliefs, and fear of change, you confine yourself within narrow walls. Those who understand this truth realize that the first breakthrough to financial freedom must happen in the mind. Only when mental barriers are shattered can external limitations be conquered. Freedom is not granted. It is claimed by those who liberate their own thinking first. People trapped by the iron cage mindset often cling to excuses like, "That's just how I am, everyone does it," or "It's impossible to change." They build walls around themselves without realizing it. Meanwhile, those with a liberated mindset constantly ask, "Is there another way? Is this limitation real? What would happen if I broke this pattern?" Curiosity and the hunger to break free from old norms ignite the fire of transformation. True freedom begins the moment you stop accepting invisible barriers as permanent truths. One vital truth about the iron cage mindset is that every routine, every tradition, was once an innovation. What once worked may now become a prison. The wise are loyal to their goals, not to outdated methods. When old strategies lose effectiveness, they pivot boldly without nostalgia. They are not sentimentally attached to past victories, they are committed to future conquests. Constant renewal of mental models is essential. Those who refuse to adapt are not honoring tradition, they are fossilizing themselves in irrelevance. Most limitations exist only in the mind. A wall is a wall only if you believe it cannot be crossed. In reality, many so-called impossibilities are nothing more than mental projections. Winners do not ask, "Can I do it?" They ask, "How can I do it?" Shifting the question shifts the possibilities. Those who dare to reframe problems discover hidden paths that others never even look for. Smashing the iron cage of limiting beliefs is the first decisive move toward unlocking financial, personal, and strategic freedom. A powerful method for breaking free from the iron cage is constant exposure to new perspectives. Read diverse books, engage with people at higher levels, challenge yourself in unfamiliar environments. Every step outside your comfort zone widens the horizon of your thinking. With each expansion, the bars of the old cage weaken. Eventually, you find that what once felt like immovable walls were only illusions, held together by outdated assumptions and fears you have now outgrown. Growth begins at the edge of comfort. Escaping the iron cage is not a one-time event. It is a lifelong journey. Every new success risks becoming a new comfort zone. True masters are those who keep dismantling their cages, pushing into new territories of possibility. They continuously upgrade their thinking to match their evolving ambitions. The higher you aim, the bigger the mental cage you must break. By committing to the endless destruction of inner limits, you transform your life into an unstoppable force, carving pathways where others see only dead ends. The sunny day mindset teaches that true winners prepare, not when storms arrive, but when the skies are still clear. Wise individuals know that cycles of boom and bust are inevitable. They do not waste peaceful periods in complacency. Instead, they quietly accumulate resources, strengthen their defenses, and sharpen their strategies. Those who thrive in turbulent times are not lucky. They are those who prepared during calm days. Success belongs to those who treat today's abundance as the foundation for tomorrow's resilience. Preparation is the ultimate proof of vision. This mindset emphasizes the power of foresight. Instead of getting lost in present comfort, the wise constantly ask, "If everything changed tomorrow, would I survive and thrive?" They invest in learning, build diverse income streams, and solidify financial foundations even when everything seems stable. Their ability to anticipate change allows them to act early, pivot fast, and seize opportunities that others miss. Long-term security is not built when the crisis hits. It is built quietly, strategically, and consistently while the sun is still shining. Preparing during sunny days also means proactively identifying hidden risks. The wise are not paralyzed by fear, but they do not blindly trust in eternal good times. They analyze vulnerabilities, develop contingency plans, and diversify assets. They ask hard questions before hard times arrive. What could go wrong? Where are my blind spots? How can I shield myself against uncertainty? This rigorous preparation turns potential disasters into manageable setbacks and potential crises into hidden opportunities. Awareness today becomes survival tomorrow. The sunny day mindset demands continuous adaptability. What works today may fail tomorrow. The wise do not cling to past methods. They upgrade their skills, tools, and perspectives ahead of necessity. They understand that stability is often an illusion masking underlying shifts. Those who adapt early shape the future. Those who react late become victims of change. Mastering preparation means not just stockpiling resources, but evolving continuously to meet the next era's challenges head-on. A common mistake of the masses is to wait until catastrophe strikes before acting. At that point, every decision is reactive, driven by fear and scarcity. Those with the sunny day mindset act preemptively. They secure insurance when healthy, save aggressively when earning well, and pivot careers or investments before markets collapse. This proactive strategy ensures they are never forced into desperate decisions. Control belongs to those who act from a position of strength, not to those who scramble in weakness when the inevitable storms arrive. When the sunny day mindset becomes second nature, fear of the future dissipates. You no longer see storms as threats but as opportunities to harvest the rewards of your preparation. Each downturn becomes a season of strategic advancement, not survival. Those who prepare when others relax will dominate when others panic. Wealth, power, and influence gravitate toward those who anticipate rather than react. The true masters of fortune are those who, even on the brightest days, quietly ready themselves for the unknown that lies ahead. The elevator mindset highlights a dangerous phenomenon. When too many people rush toward the same direction, the chances of success diminish significantly. Crowds chase trends blindly, but the more crowded a path becomes, the less opportunity it holds. Those who understand this truth refuse to follow blindly. They are willing to take the lonely staircase when the elevator is packed. They choose less traveled roads, rich with hidden potential. They create advantages by daring to be different, building sustainable success far from the noisy stampede of the masses. People with the elevator mindset recognize that the convenience and safety offered by crowds are illusions. When everyone does the same thing, no one stands out. When everyone pours into a market, its real value is already eroded. The wise step back, observe, and critically analyze. They resist impulsive trends and stay committed to their long-term strategies. Calmness amid chaos, clarity amid hype, these traits enable them to see opportunities that others, blinded by fear of missing out, completely overlook. The elevator mindset also teaches that enduring success belongs to those who can embrace solitude. Walking your own path means facing skepticism, criticism, and moments of self-doubt. But those with true vision understand. Lasting greatness is born from bold divergence, not comfortable conformity. They would rather walk slowly in the right direction than sprint headlong into oblivion. Staying true to one's chosen path, even when no one else believes, is the ultimate mark of leadership and strategic courage. A critical component of the elevator mindset is developing independent thinking. Winners do not let emotions driven by crowds dictate their actions. They do not chase markets because of hype or abandon them because of fear. Instead, they gather real data, assess risks objectively, and make decisions based on calculated logic. Whether markets rise or fall, their strategies remain disciplined. Independent thinking ensures that even when storms rage or manias sweep through, they stay on course, building wealth steadily and sustainably, while others stumble in emotional chaos. Clear goals are essential for sustaining the elevator mindset. True achievers know precisely where they are going and why. They are not distracted by the noise of trends or swayed by temporary glamour. Their long-term vision becomes a compass, anchoring them amid shifting external winds. With clear purpose, they withstand ridicule, resist temptation, and remain steadfast. While the crowd oscillates wildly between hope and fear, those with vision quietly advance step by step toward their ultimate destination, undeterred by the turbulence around them. In the long game of financial success, the elevator mindset ensures consistent momentum. As the crowd grows weary, those who walk the hard path gain increasing strength. Small advantages accumulated over time snowball into unassailable leads. The winners are not those who rushed first, but those who kept moving relentlessly, while others faltered. Wealth flows to those who have the patience to persist and the courage to stay committed to excellence long after the noise of the crowd has faded. Ultimately, the elevator mindset teaches that no external validation is needed for true success. Real achievement comes from being loyal to your unique journey and uncompromising about your own standards. Today's crowd may mock you, but tomorrow they will marvel at the empire you built alone. The reward for independent thinking is not just wealth, but sovereignty over your destiny. True greatness comes not from fitting in, but from forging a new path, and daring to keep walking it, even when you are the only one who can see where it leads. The 11 elite mindsets are not mere tactics for making money. They are a complete system for transforming financial consciousness from the inside out. Those who master these mindsets no longer worry about how to get rich. Instead, they naturally attract assets, opportunities, and resources through the gravitational pull of right thinking. Wealth becomes not a distant goal, but an inevitable byproduct of internal mastery. Prosperity flows not from chasing money, but from upgrading the architecture of one's thoughts to align with the laws of abundance. The wheat seed mindset teaches us to protect and strategically sow our capital. The smile mindset reminds us that positive energy is a hidden currency. The leverage mindset unlocks explosive potential through smart amplification. The game mindset sustains motivation by making wealth building joyful. The cotton mindset emphasizes that real wealth grows through creating mutual value, not through short-term grabs. Together, They form the early pillars that support a lasting financial foundation. Without these, success remains fragile and fleeting. The water delivery mindset reveals the power of connecting needs rather than owning assets. The 2278 mindset teaches ruthless focus on high-impact actions. The action mindset demands relentless execution over endless planning. The iron cage mindset pushes us to smash old mental prisons. The sunny day mindset sharpens our readiness before crises strike. Each mindset sharpens a different facet of financial mastery, turning passive wishfulness into active control over destiny. Together, they form a holistic system of strategic action, resilience, and exponential growth. Wealth is not built by accident. It is the outcome of daily decisions governed by upgraded thinking. Those who achieve lasting success do not just study mindsets intellectually, they embody them. They transform theory into muscle memory. They act on principles even when the world pulls them toward short-term emotions. They become walking embodiments of strategic patience, proactive preparation, disciplined leverage, and endless learning. Mastering these 11 mindsets turns financial freedom from a dream into an inevitable destination. True transformation requires more than knowing these mindsets exist. It requires consistent application until new behaviors are automatic. It demands daily audits. Am I protecting my seeds today? Am I smiling through challenges? Am I using leverage intelligently? Am I playing the infinite game or chasing momentary wins? Those who ask these questions relentlessly and adjust their actions accordingly experience compound improvements. Wealth building then shifts from a struggle to a natural extension of who they have become. Identity, not intensity, governs results. Ultimately, mastering these 11 mindsets does more than create wealth. It liberates you. You cease being a passive player subject to external forces. You become the architect of your own financial destiny. Storms may rage, markets may tumble, economies may shift, but you, anchored by upgraded thinking, move steadily forward. You are no longer chasing success, you are magnetizing it. With these mindsets forged into your being, financial freedom, personal sovereignty, and lifelong growth become not mere possibilities, but realities within your grasp. The 11 elite mindsets are not merely strategies for getting rich. They are a roadmap for the complete transformation of financial thinking. From protecting capital, cultivating value, and using leverage wisely, to decisive action taking, maintaining an independent spirit, and preparing ahead for turbulence, all come together to form an unbeatable system of thought. Those who master this system are no longer controlled by luck, the crowd, or outdated limitations. They become powerful magnets for assets, opportunities, and lasting prosperity. This journey is not for the lazy, but for warriors determined to upgrade themselves every single day. Now, financial destiny is no longer a mystery. It lies firmly within the hands of those who know how to unlock the right mindset.